Hello, friends. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Friday night. How you doing? How was your week? How was your Easter? I hope you all had a fabulous week. It was a short one here, short but very long. So hello, happy Friday night. Happy to see lots of you here. I know that there's crops and different things going on this weekend, so glad you could join me. And I feel like tonight is going to be very kind of just relaxed drawing night. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's what we need, just something that's kind of fun. And I kind of sketched a couple of flower designs out, and I want to add some neon texture paint colors. We're going to use it as watercolor because I think it will be very fun to have something very bright and springy, almost summery. So hello, hello, hi Tina, hi Julie, hi Gina, Dawn, Angela, Michelle. I think I saw Kari here, and Natalie. How are you? Hi, Catherine. How are you? So I went and got my hair cut today. So it is very short, right? Very short, but I'm digging it. It'll be nice for the warmer weather. Hi, Irma. Hi, Lorena. Feel better. Lorena's getting over COVID. That is not fun. Thank you. I didn't iron it though, and I'm noticing it looks a little wrinkled, but I'm here. That's all I have to say. I'm here. Hi, Irene. How are you, my friend? Ada. Aida. I probably say it wrong every single time. Hi, Amanda. How are you? So yes, hello, singing Vicki or something, right? Crazy lady. It's crazy lady here. So I don't know. I'm kind of all over the place. So just know it tonight. Just know it tonight. So I won't chat with you guys for a long time. I'm going to flip the camera and we'll get right into it. Hi, Cherie. How are you? I have a lot of product to go through tomorrow. So tonight is just going to be, let's sketch the flowers. Let's paint the flowers. We're going to cut them out. And then my idea is to, at some point this week, it's probably, I don't know what day it's going to be because there's lots going on this week. But yeah, I have to figure that out, right? Because I want to do the tag book this week, the Fernwood tag book. And, but there's lots going on with Crop and Create, and I'm gearing up for my vacation. So I just have to figure out when to do the things. Like I said, I might do it earlier. And if you can join me live, that's great. And if not, it'll be recorded for you. That's kind of what my plan is. I thought on Tuesday, I might come on early, like at 5 or 6, and just do the tag book. And don't worry if you can't join me live, it will be there. And then I might do that again on one of the other nights. Like on Wednesday, I might come on just for a quick hour and create 2 quick projects using the flowers that we make tonight. I think that's kind of the game plan. So if I do them early, and if you can't join me live, that's fine. And for some of my friends in the UK will probably love it because it's not like 3 in the morning or something. But I think that will be a good plan because it's a very busy week getting stuff ready. And then I teach this weekend with Crop and Crate delivered. So, and then we are on holiday. So it'll be so good. But yes, any questions? The screen looks a little fuzzy. Is it you're watching on YouTube? So take your cursor and go over the screen and find the little gear and make sure that your setting is at 720. Okay, so I think it looks fine here. I don't know if anybody else is having an issue, but yes, tag book is going to be on Tuesday, but early. Okay, and I'll post that. And I also promised I'll take a picture as soon as I'm done tonight and post it with the ink colors for Sweet Rush. So just to give you an idea, part of Sweet Rush has arrived and part of 49th and Market. So nothing full came yet. So we're going to figure it all out tomorrow. I'm going to be working all day tomorrow and try to figure it out because that's going to delay shipping. So everything is going to be kind of delayed, but it'll give us something to look forward to, right, friends? It's just, always crazy, right? Nothing is ever just smooth, but right, I'm just rolling with it. I look at it and go, just roll with it, friends. With anybody you're dealing with nowadays, if it's, you know, not exactly as planned, just go with it. It gives you something to look forward to, right? So yeah, your new sticker, how do we get it? It will be up in my shop, but I'm not going to be adding it until I get back because, right? Oh, or even if I add it, I'll put something, some kind of note that nothing's going to be shipping for 2 weeks or so, right? So it'll be a little over 2 weeks. So I'll add them, and then there's ones that will go in the in deliveries. I designed about 7 different stickers, and then some I made larger and die cut. So you guys can buy them if you want and just put them in your stuff. I had some pencils made, some pens made, some bags, some fun things. So I'm getting ready for all of that. But yeah, it's craziness. It's craziness. Just pray for me in the next week. It's going to be a lot to go through, but I'm looking forward to it. I am totally loving and accepting the challenge. So how are you guys doing? Hi, Karen. I've missed you, my friend. So, and also my local friends, remember I ordered the project carts. So if you had requested one, I would not recommend for anybody who lives a distance that they're delivered. It's too heavy and it will cost too much money. It's one of those, if you're like going to Niagara on the Lake or the Falls and you want to stop by and pick it up, I'll have a killer deal for you because I probably have like 4 that aren't what taken or on hold, right? So if you live around here and you want one, I love them. Like I said, I have 3 on the go. I love my project carts. So just get in touch with me at vickybootenkits@gmail.com. And I don't know. I just feel like tonight, hi, Kim. Everyone say hi to Kim. How you feeling, my friend? I hope you're doing well. And I see Pamela is recovering from dental surgery. So take care of yourself. Remember, it's the field I worked in before this. So just make sure that you take it easy. The mouth takes a long time to heal, right? It's not ideal because it's wet, right? So you just take care of yourself, and it hurts. I always say, because the pain doesn't have far to travel, right? Just to your brain. So just make sure you take care of yourself. Hi, Leander. Oh my goodness. So many friends here tonight. I love it. So jealous. I got a box from a Cherry on Top today, but it's not the same as shopping there. Yeah, that's pretty exciting to get to go right to the store, right? They're awesome. So I'm going to flip the camera because I can talk to you and work at the same time, right? So love you in that color. Thank you. I love orange, right? I love orange. Your birthday is coming, as mine was on Tuesday. Happy birthday, Lori. Yes, mine is on Monday. So I will be well, I have a lot going on. So everybody keeps going, oh, something Monday. And I'm like, what's Monday? And they're like, it's your birthday, ding-a-ling. I'm like, I have too much to do. I have no time for that. So it'll be good. So Pam is saying she wished she had brick and mortar craft stores. Yes, it is a whole different thing when you can walk in and touch things and see actual colors and shop and put things together. Like I remember, it's dangerous. I would come out with huge bags of stuff to just add to my collection. I love that. So that's what I did this week, as I organized all of my stock. So when I come back, I can have a big store upload, and I think I'm going to do some kind of special sale or something. I have the grab boxes are on the go. There's going to be a ton. But I have a week off in there. So you guys just going to have to let me, right, organize it all. So it's going to be good. But tonight we're going to draw some flowers, and I'm going to I'm opting for the fluorescent texture paste that I'm going to make into watercolor. You guys can use whatever you like. So I'm going to talk through my process because I was kind of playing around with it. It wasn't working. It wasn't doing what I wanted it to do. So I thought I'm going to pivot and go in a whole different direction. So I'm going to draw them first with pencil, erase some of the pencil lines, then I'm going to paint the flowers, and then when they're dry, we'll outline them with black pen. So I think that that will be fun. And then I'm going to cut them out in all different scales, and I'm going to make a beautiful card. And my thought was, when we do like the little mini card and maybe the layout, I think I'm going to do the layout and the card exactly the same in different scale. And what I want to do is make an envelope or a pocket with all the flowers spilling out of it. Like a pocket full of posies. And I want to do that on the card and on the layout. So tonight we're going to draw, and I'm going to kind of walk you through, and it's one kind of flower style. It's just a 5-petal flower and some leaves. And then I'm going to show you different options for different angles of the flower. And then you can practice and play. And then Tuesday night, early, because I have to do it before there's other things going on with Crop and Create Delivered that I don't want to do my stuff at the same time. So the tag book, I'm going to prep everything, and I will share that information so I can go through assembly pretty quickly. And you can do that at your leisure, because I thought, because I'm away for National Scrapbook Day, but I have a video going up that I've already done and completed. It's something in tandem with something scrapbook.com is doing. So I'm doing that. The tag book will be there that you guys can do for National Scrapbook Day. I'm going to talk to my team, and we're going to have some challenges up. And then you will also have what I will do on Wednesday with the result of tonight's. So you'll have lots to look forward to. And there's tons of stuff. You will have no shortage of inspiration on National Scrapbook Day, because there is a ton of stuff going on. But I'm still want to do some giveaways and some fun things. Hi, Brianne. How are you, my friend? And hi, Natalie. When I said hello to you, I don't think you were here. So I am going to flip. What is this? Oh, my goodness. Just a second. We always get them. Block and delete. There's a weirdo on here, so just a sec. Just a second, Rich. I'm dealing with another weirdo. I can't deal with you just yet.
It's all right. I'll sit in the studio audience while
He's in here with, just so you know, do you have your golf shoes on?
Yeah, I'm breaking them in.
He has his golf shoes on and a golf club tonight. So there, that's what we're dealing with the crazy husband. Some weirdo on YouTube, and then a weirdo in my creative space.
So you'll be happy to know that I have organized all of the Sweet Brush into Sweet Brush 49 whatever.
49th and Market.
And the Spectrum. And then the mystery boxes are
okay.
stacked.
Thank you. Everybody's saying hi, Rich. Rich, getting ready for the sun?
Yes.
Yes. You saw his glasses if you were here the other day. So.
Leave. They're going to like my glasses.
No.
Wait till they see the pictures of my glasses.
No, they're only going to like your glasses 49 whatever. That's what Teresa said, 49 whatever. Yeah, he doesn't. He's the muscle. So I'm lifting the thing up to flip it around, forgetting I hadn't flipped the cameras yet. So isn't that crazy? But Patty said, hey, Rad Rich. So let's flip the camera, friends, and let's do some things. So I know this is one of your favorites. You guys love the flowers and the drawing, so I'm excited. Tonight is going to be a good night. So let's flip the camera. Hi, Shelly. How are you? Rich made you laugh out loud. Yeah, 49th and whatever that stuff is. He's really is what he's saying. All that crap that you have, because there's a lot. There's a lot. So I think that's what my husband was saying. All that crap that you have, I organized it. Because unfortunately, there's so much that it came in, it's coming in 2 deliveries, and deliveries are only on Thursdays. So they delivered part, and I was hoping it would be all the 49th and Market. I have my paper towels, the whole roll tonight because it's messy. But of course, it's only part of one thing and part of the other. So yeah, it's not ideal. So, but like I said, we just do, right? Pack me some 49th and whatever, Rich. Yeah, but it's only part of the order. That's our whole issue, right? Is that I can't really work on anything because I don't have all of anything. So we'll figure it out. I will be working. It's just not ideal. I wanted to get that out before we went on vacation, but yeah, that's so good. So I'm going to move the camera down closer because when we're drawing, I think that will be helpful. Don't you agree that you can actually see what I'm doing? So I apologize. I'm going to put my sausage arms out here and I'll move the camera down lower. Is that better? Whoops, sorry. A little jiggly. There. Okay, I think that's better. And I don't know why I have so much shadow tonight. Let's see if I can help that situation with my light. I'll move it over. And you guys can tell me if it's better. I think it's where I'm going to work on a whole bunch of stuff so I can make it better, but we'll just do our best, right? I'll hold it up to the camera. So I'm going to draw on foundations paper and I will hold it up to the camera so you can see what I'm doing, but it's really throwing a lot of shadow. Let me try this. I had the light towards the ceiling, but maybe if I put it down, I can fill in some of that shadow. So just a second, friends. I was ready to go, but then now when I flip the camera, I'm noticing that it's very shadowy. Is that better? I don't know where it's coming from. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Don't talk about my friend like that. What, with my sausage arms? So tonight, my idea, I sketched out a few, is that we're going to do like a 5. It is very shadowy tonight. Let me turn off the overhead light and see if that helps. Because you have to be able to see what I'm drawing, right? Is it too dark? Let's see. Let's see. Oh, that's better, right? Yeah, that's better. Much better. Much better. So, hi, Mabel. How are you? So the idea is we're going to do these flowers, and I will draw them darker when I draw them. I was just kind of messing around. But we want to practice and play until you come up with flowers that you like. Yeah, it's because the overhead was on and it was throwing the shadow from where the camera is, right? So I just have my pad of foundations here. I have a pencil. I'm going to start with pencil and a eraser, and then I won't do the black until the end because I'm going to paint them. Okay, so sorry that you have shadow with my hand. I'm doing the best I can tonight. I don't know why the weirdness is going on, but it is. So when you start with your flowers, because it's a 5 petal, I'm going to start by drawing just kind of 5 lines. So there's 3 and then maybe 2 like that, right? So I'm drawing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, okay? And then you're going to go in and start from the center and then just make a petal shape, okay? And then you can go here and do the same. And then here. And look at, it doesn't have to be perfect. It actually adds to the charm of your flower. So that's the idea, right? And then you're going to go in and just draw 5 petal. And you can you stamp the flowers? Sandra, I really recommend you try this. Because how many friends support Sandra right here now and tell them that we've drawn before and you will be shocked at what you can come up with, right? So you can stamp, you can do whatever you want because I'm totally supportive in your creativity. But I would really recommend grab a pencil and paper and try this because you're going to see. So do it again. I'm going to do a smaller one. So just drawing my 5 lines, right? And then again, starting at the center and then going in and doing different scale, right? And make them messy and sketchy. They don't have to be perfect, right? I draw stick people. Well, Sandra, there will be tons of people here that tell you that they were like, I can't draw. And I'm like, just give it a try. It's a piece of paper in your time. You know, what do you have to lose? And how many beautiful results we get from this. So I don't want to pressure you into anything, but I want you to maybe give it a try. You might be very surprised with the results that you get. So, right, you just have these loose petal flowers, and we can go in and put more details on when after we paint them. But because we're going to paint them, I will, when I go in, we'll erase. Sorry, I'm shaking the table with the eraser. I will erase those center lines, because once the paint goes on top, you can't get rid of those. I don't care about the pencil line on the outside because I can fill those in with black marker after, but I will go in and erase some of that business in the center. So I just have something like that when I'm done. Okay. Is Carrie here? Hello, Carrie. How are you? How you doing, my friend? So then we can have where we're looking at the side of the 5 petal flower. So you can do like this. 1, 2, 3, 4 to start, and then go and fill in your petals like that. So you can have the side of the flower, right? And then you can always just fit in the 5th petal behind. I don't like that one. Fix that. And you're going to find when we go and paint these that it doesn't matter if they're perfect. Okay? You can doodle them. They don't have to be perfect. Do you have an electric eraser? I've never heard of an electric eraser. Have we talked about this before? I've never heard of that. And so see how these are all the same length? What if we're looking at a flower that's kind of, you're looking from the side. So some of the petals are shorter on one side and longer on the other. So I can do that again where I can do my 3 petals that are longer on this side and then have some short ones here. So start just like you would with your petal. And then maybe this one is kind of to the side and to the side. And then this one will start wide or narrow to wide, right? Look at, and then just do narrow to wide. So narrow in the center, and then it's because you're looking at the side of the petal. It can be wider at the end, like it's kind of curling up a little bit. They don't have to be perfect, okay? We are not going for perfection. You know, when we draw these things, we like loose and fun. Oh my goodness, I don't understand where they have found us. So just a second, let me block and delete comments. They know where the fun's at, right? And now they are finding us on these lives. I want to, wondering what an electric eraser looks like. I'm very curious. So we're just going to keep drawing some flowers. We want some big ones, some small ones. You want scale that will work well with a card. You want ones that will work well with a layout, right? So I'm going to just go like, I just like this idea that I come in and I do the 5 lines. And then I can just kind of loosely go in and do some petals. This petal can kind of go behind. This one can kind of come wide, right? Just loose flowers. We can make smaller ones. And I'm doing all kind of the same, right? And some of them look really wonky, and I'm totally okay with that. And we can do little ones. Okay, and now I'm going to erase my pencil lines. And we are going to very loosely watercolor these. And I just opted for the neon because I really like the neon texture paste. So I really want to go in that hot pink and the yellow and some purples. maybe even a little bit of blue on the flowers. And then we will make some leaves as well. So when we're done, I want you to literally keep making them, drawing them, sketching them out, painting them, and you can have a whole whack of pretty flowers. And like I said, I'm going to go in with detail with my marker when I'm done. So I wonder why the lighting was so weird tonight. I haven't changed anything, but it was really throwing a lot of shadow, wasn't it? And now I'm partially sitting here in the dark. Don't you love that? Partially sitting here in the dark. There. Maybe throw one more on here, and then let's paint. When I write or draw, I press really hard and my wrist starts to hurt. How can I stop that? Just sketch, Irma. And literally it's a piece of paper, right? So just sketch. I like the technical, right? Isn't that what these are called? Technical pencils. And this one is a 0.7. But yeah, just go in very sketchy, because this is not, we're going to go in with marker later, right? So I'm going to do like kind of like my petals kind of coming up. And this one maybe is a little like that. And wider. And kind of behind, right? Let's do another one down here, a smaller one. Just very loose and fun. Okay. And then let's do some painting. Can you guys see? I will outline one of them. I just want to test, because we've done this before, to see which marker will work with water and what doesn't, and I don't remember. So let's see. If this is stable in water, I will use that. So you can see. Yep, it is not spreading any black around. So I'm going to go in, and this is just my precision pen from American Crafts. And I will outline one in black. Hi, Leah, how are you? So, right, you can go in here and you can decide to just, like, look, I'm not even going in the lines. And my line can overlap if I want to. It can break into dots, whatever I want to do. This one I'm going to kind of come from behind, right? I'm just kind of going in, making it fun, right? So now I could totally go in and erase my pencil lines, and I can paint on there, and I can go in with the black again later. Just make sure your ink is dry, so when you go in with your eraser, manual or electric, that you don't drag your pen lines all over. Test your pen if you're going to paint on it with water, like right with watercolor. If you're going in after the fact, then you don't necessarily have to check to see if it's permanent in water. I am going to wipe my eraser bits, because remember, this is sticky. This is going to be almost impossible to clean up. It's a nightmare. So let's just go and play. Hello, Nicole. How are you, my friend? So for my mat, just put all my stuff aside here. It's just a sheet of plastic that I'm going to make my watercolor on. And we're going to just drip and tap. Do you want me to outline a couple of these? The other thing that you could do, right, is like, look how loose, because now I have my guide here. I'm just going to go in and make my pen lines. If you want, you can make these like doodly and go over the line more than once. There's no reason that you can't, right? You know, I like to do that kind of look. where they're just kind of doodly do, right? So I like that, just double line doodle. And even though we're going to go in and paint, I am just going to drop paint. I'm not going to be all perfect with my paint placement because I'm cutting these out. I don't even care. I want this to be very simple. And Sandra, did you try drawing some of these? I really want you to give it a try. This is my favorite thing that we do. And I love the how empowering this is when you kind of just give yourself a little grace and go for it, right? Just give yourself a little grace and go for it. Hi, yeah, how you doing, Kari? Is Stella a dog when you say doodle? I don't know. But right, look at, they're very loose and fun. We have the side one here, right? So decide what you want your first petal to be. And then these can overlap if you want. It can almost be continuous line drawing, right? Where you don't even lift your pen. We have to do that one night where we draw in a continuous line. So you don't have to lift your pen. You just kind of draw, right? So just go in like, so this would continuous line would be just drawing and not lifting your pen, right? And you can still give that kind of doodly look. Right? So I definitely want you guys to give this a try. I can't wait when we add color. It's going to be so much fun. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera just to erase it. But I felt I needed this tonight, and I am glad that you guys are joining me. I was tired today. Went and got my hair done. Fell asleep in the chair a couple times. Like I said, when my hairdresser, who I've been going to for many, many moons, put the toner in and left me in the chair, and I fell asleep multiple times. So I was like, I just want to do something that's just kind of fun and relaxing tonight. And it's this. So I hope that you give it a try because it is, I think, lots of fun. Don't you laugh that I said I was going to add the pen line after? I just want you to be able to see them, right? Thank you very much. Love it from down under. Well, I want you guys to do this because you will find, like right now, you might be watching and you're like, yeah, they're pretty, but yeah, I don't know if this is my thing. When we add the colors, when the magic really happens, and when we cut them out. So these are all rather big. We'll definitely have to go in and do some small ones. So how are you doing, Nicole and Natalie? You made some beautiful artwork this week. Love it. Okay, I'm going to go in with this one. That's just kind of the petal is to the side. I'm going to make this one like this. These just feel to me like really delicate blooms. And when we go in with the color, I think they'll be fun. Okay, I will erase and I'm going to start to paint. So I've double lined some, I've single lined, and I can go in and decide what I want to do. You're starting a new job next week again? We'll have to talk. Are you happy about that, Nicole? Because you've had quite a number of jobs, right? So we haven't talked. You'll have to tell me what that's all about. I went and hung out last night and had Thai food. And then that's probably why I'm so tired is that I drove 2 hours and then 2 hours home. And I think that's why I was falling asleep. And then I don't know what you guys are like, but I find now with spring coming and it getting bright earlier and the birds start to sing, I'm up most days at 5:45. Hi, Angie. I'm up. You look like starfish, and it's okay. Just go with it, Heather. Doesn't matter if they look like starfish because we haven't even added any details yet, right? And when you paint them and add color, you're going to find, and then we can still go in and put some pen marks on there. So sorry, friends, I'm just getting rid of the pencil eraser poop. And if they're looking like starfish, you're try rounding the ends of your petal. So when you go in, instead of going like this, when you draw it, right? Instead of it going like this, okay, make it go wider like that. Try your petal like that, right? So let's make this one like a side flower now. Okay, so yeah, just make your petals go narrow and wider. Round them out on the ends. Try that. You were waking up at 4:30 and 5:30 due to hormones, dogs barking, and birds. I was up at 4 one day this week too, so maybe I'm right with you except for the dog. No dog barking. Christine started a new job 11 months ago. Is that what you said? Eraser poop. It does. It looks like eraser poop all over my page. Started a new, was at your previous job for 22 years. Happier where you're at now. Good for you. Good for you. So is anybody trying this tonight? You looked pretty in your polka dots last night. Thank you. But I have to say, Shelley, that I felt like an Amazon beside Catherine. I felt like an Amazon because she normally will have heels on and stuff. So I was standing there and I said, the table is set up height for Catherine, but it's like my belly was hanging out on top of the table. So I'm like, I should have had a longer top on. So I laughed because I was looking at it going, oh my goodness. That's why I can never watch videos back where I'm in it, right? Yes, you looked great. And I laughed so much. What, with this? Wakanda forever. Oh my goodness. What is wrong with me, right? That's why I'm not ever allowed to go anywhere. They're all like, you're not allowed to come and play because you're too crazy. So I'm going in with, these are my texture pastes. So this is watermelon sour. I'm going to put and make a little palette now. Okay. So just keep in mind with, and don't put too much out because it's going to dry before you use it all. That these are very, what's the word I was trying? Very thick, right? So where watercolor is very fluid. So you want to make sure you dilute it a lot and layer to build your color. Oh my goodness. And Angie, doing that superimposed photo made me laugh so hard. You are hilarious. Me too, Ange. I miss Nicole. I miss our like troublemaking when we get together and have fun. Oh, I miss it so much. I think we just need to plan like a girls trip where we get together and see each other. I just miss people. Like it's so weird now when I get to be with anybody, right? I love these pastes too, right? Yes, I won't likely see you again. Baloney, Nicole. All you have to do is book that plane ticket you talk all about. Come and see me, and I will make the arrangements. I don't even know what you're talking about, crazy lady. Never see us again. You only live in Winnipeg. You aren't on Mars. We can make it happen. Is there pictures or videos of this fun? It's like a private group because it's a class. So I'm going to start with those 3 colors, okay? So I'm going to go in with the pink, the yellow, and the orange, which is peach sour, watermelon sour, and lemon sour. And I have my paintbrush, and we're going really loose here, friends. Hello, Maria. How are you? You are going to see people in the Dominican. Yes, I am. I'm going to make lots of new friends. I hope we get to Zumba dance and do fun things. But I will be happy just to hang out with my family. Just hanging out, having fun. So I'm making my watercolors. See, we're just going in. You could just miss these. And we're loosely just going to go in and paint. I'm not painting in the lines or anything, right? Who's in Winnipeg? Nicole is in Winnipeg. Serenity, right? Can I fit you in my suitcase? I would love to, Ange. I would love to. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Got to get rid of my eraser poop there. So I'm going to go in. Let's for this first one, I'm just going to tap some pigment in there. Look at just tapping. So just go in there and tap some color in. Don't make this too hard. Tap some color in. Let's just tap some pigment in, and then we're going to hope that my marker doesn't. Look at Nicole. Look at all the friends we're making for you. Jose is close to Winnipeg, and Serenity is in Winnipeg. So see, we're going to have to come out and visit you. So I'm going to tap some pigment in. It doesn't matter if you go out of the lines. Look at, I tested that marker, and now look what's happening, friends. It's 100% leaking. You watched me do it and it didn't bleed at all. And now it's bleeding. So we're just going to have to go with it. I might have to quickly draw some more. That makes me mad. So see what's happening? It is not permanent. So let's test one and watch me. I'll whip up some more. Ah, Vicki. I need to find a crop in Winnipeg again. Yes. Do you have crops going on, ladies? I would love that. I wish it was in somewhere other than Winterpeg, but it must get warm there at some point, right? I think this one's kind of permanent. I'll go in with that one. So you know all those flowers I just drew? I'm going to whip up a couple again because the marker I used was not permanent. The Copic will be. Oh my goodness, Vicki. Yep. So 1, 2, 3. I want a big one. 4 and 5. There's one big flower. And then we'll go up like this. Oh, look at that's a pointy one. 3. Now, like, can Vicki draw flowers quickly on the fly? I don't know. We'll see. There's got to be some stuff going on, wouldn't you think, Nicole? Like, are there message boards or anything where you are? I know that Scrap Fest is going on this weekend for my friends that are more local here. So definitely, if you don't have plans for this weekend, you should go and check out Scrap Fest because there will be some shopping and fun going on there and classes. So definitely worth checking out. I have so much work to do. I was going to try to make it, but I don't know if that's going to happen now. But I should actually reach out to Lisa and offer a giveaway that she could give away for the ladies that are there. Even just like a coupon to my shop or something, right? So I'm going to more practicing. Yeah. I need to pay more attention. I think that it is fun. I cannot believe that I used a marker that bled all over the page. Well, you guys, if you watch me, you're probably not surprised that I'm a ding dong. There. And I'm going a little slower. It's hard sometimes, right? When I'm making these just kind of on the fly. And we'll do where the leaf looks, or petal. I guess it's a flower. It's a petal. Looks a little shorter where it's behind. Okay, just some fun ones. Just go in and make some little flowers. Who's playing along with me tonight? Like I said, and I know that we're going to make these really super fun. I get to see you twice in 2 days, right? Yes. Lots going on, right? And then I'm going to be doing tons this week. So if you can join me earlier in the day, I'll be doing the tag book. I will do the, what else am I doing? Making something with these. Yeah. And then all the things that I'm doing for Crop and Create Delivered. So it will be fun. Okay, let's go. Now with a marker, that's not going to leak all over my page. You're playing along. I love it. I love it, Shelly. Like, just get in there, right? So just loosely start to add some pigment. Look at, just going to go in there with some pink. Let's throw a little orange on here. Oh, it's so pretty, right? And there's no reason that you can't tap pigment on. You know how we do this. Just loose, loose, loose. Get in there, tap some color right in. Look how I'm holding my brush. I'm literally just throwing some pigment on here because you're going to see, oh, look at that pretty peach with the yellow and the pink. These do not have to be perfect. They are actually more charming when they're not. So I'm going to just put extra pigment right in the middle there. Okay. Just go in and you can layer, right? And deepen up your color. But after it's dry, where can we buy these pastes? Where are you, Claire? I have them on my website. You can get them. I will link them with scrapbook.com and a cherry on top. Wherever you are, lots of local stores will have them. Like, look at this one's just going to be pink, and then I'll put some accent color in it. Ooh, I want to go in with some purple too, right? The purple will be really pretty. Just make sure that you really dilute the color so it's not super thick. Super easy. Done. That one's done. I'm going to put pink. Oops, put my hand in it. Just at the top of the leaves. Okay, top of the leaves. And let's put yellow at the bottom. Medicine hat. So yes, I'm not sure what stores are out there, but VickiBooten.com, they are on there. Oh, look how pretty that is. Let's do that one again. So I went in with pink, all at the tip of the leaves. So just get pink at the tip. Pink at the tips, right? And then go in. I'm rinsing my brush. And then I'm going to pull yellow from the pink to the center. Oh, I love that. And then there's no reason we can't go in after. I love it. I'm going to put some more pink on the tips to feed into the yellow. Because you're seeing these all just kind of messy, right? As this dries and we cut them out. Like, I love that one. Look at that one, friends. See how fun they are? And these neon colors are super fun. So when you're done, there's no reason you could go right over top of this if you wanted to and stencil on them. We could stamp on them. Tell me what you want to see because I will go in and do all of that. If we want to do some stenciling and stamping on top before we cut them out, we totally could do that. Hi, Kari. Kari, do you want to sit with me on the cruise with Rich and I at dinner? We are trying to figure out anybody who is coming on the cruise and eating late dinner who wants to sit with us. Because I would love that if you want to. I'm not making you, right? If you want to. Let's see with the purple with the pink. Oh, I love that. And then I'm going to put a hint of yellow at the ends. Of course, hubby and I would love to. So yes, otherwise it's just like whoever randomly is sitting with us, but they reached out and asked. And so I don't know if anybody else, is anyone else here going on the cruise with us? Got to watch the purple and the yellow because you will make some mud, so be careful. You'd love to see stencils on top. Okay, so let's get this first layer of pigment. I will dry it. And then I will grab a stamp and I will grab a stencil. Okay. So I want to make a new color with the purple and the pink. So let's blend some there on our little palette. Ooh, that's pretty. Look at that violety color. Serenity, and I would love to too. Okay, for sure. Are you in the late seating for dinner? And this is for the European one, right? Are you on that one? And don't be offended if I don't remember the things. Everything is blending in this week. I'm really kind of messed up. It's the fall cruise. Yeah, for sure on the fall one. When we get there, you guys can let me know that. Oh my goodness, look at that little bit of orange. I'm going to go in with a full orange one now. So this orange, when it's watered down, goes a little bit more on the yellow side. Okay, so just kind of keep that in mind. Put some there, right? Very, very loose, very loose. I'm going to put some yellow on that too, just kind of in the middle. And then I'm going to make this one yellow for the most part. So you get what I'm like. I'll work on more of these flowers. Like when I'm done, I will have a whole whack of them. And I want to do just a purple one too. Yeah, the purple's very pretty, right? Let's put mostly purple in the center. And then I'm going to give these a little bit of a blast. Let's pull some blue. These are not hard. Even if you don't think you can draw, I feel very confident you can do this. I feel very confident you can do this. And I find it is super relaxing. Look at that, friends. Look at the blue with that kind of lilac-y color. I love it. Let's put some blue on this with the yellow one. Just loosely tapping it in there. It's kind of making a pretty turquoise. I'm going to even put a little hint of blue in here on some of that. Just kind of on the tip. It will make mud in the orange, so just be kind of careful. Right? Might have to draw a couple more. Oh, a hint of blue in there, which is turning a little green. But here's another fun thing, right? So go in now and even just do some flecks of color. So make sure your brush is wet. And then look. If you're not sure, you're like, ooh, where do I place the color? Just go in and tap some on there. Look how fun that is, right? It has to be dry because if the paint is wet, it's just going to pool in. But look, oh, I love that. Great way to just tap a little bit of pigment. But if it's all wet, it's just going to pool. Let's see. Just tap a little pigment on. I love the neon, and a lot of people wouldn't dig the neon. They'll think that, oh, neon isn't for me. It's like 1980s, right? Frankie Goes to Hollywood. But I love it. I'm really digging it. Okay, which pen did I use, friends? The Copic one, right? I would like to draw a couple more. And while these other ones are drawing, I can paint a few more. So let's just go with a few smaller blossoms. This one can be kind of like a little side flower. It looks a little wonky, but it's okay. It'll be all right. There. I got to watch too. See, the purple with the yellow makes a little bit of mud. And then as these dry, we can still go in and add another layer. Do do. You know what song is in my head? And will anybody know this? I think only Canadians would know this song. Romantic Traffic. Do you remember that? Do 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 in romantic traffic. Whoa. And don't ask me how that even happened. I don't even know how that song got in my head, but as I'm painting, that is the elevator music that is going through Vicky's brain. That's good enough for now, right? Is there any fixing mud? Take your paper towel and see if you can't lift the pigment off of it. But you want to remember, this is the easiest way for color mixing when you're painting, is secondary colors, when you mix them together, will make mud. So secondary colors, orange, which is red and yellow. If you mix orange with purple, which is red and blue, you make mud, right? So just make sure that you keep that in mind. I sing all of the time, so you will either love it or I will drive you crazy, but it is. I always have music is in my head and random stuff. I will walk downstairs and I'll be singing a song and Rich will be like, and where did that come from? I'm like, I don't know. It's just in my head. I woke up this morning. I was dreaming that song. So yeah, just keep that in mind. And guess what? You can always draw another flower, right? So if you made something that you aren't digging, just make another one, right? If you're like, ooh, that's not what my intention was, then just go ahead and make another one, right? So I am just layering some different pigment. I'm kind of digging now the blue. Is there a color you want me to make here? Are you from the US or Canada? I am Canadian. And that, who'd I just tell you? Who sings that Romantic Traffic? I just said it, didn't I? And now see, I lost it already. Oh my goodness, where are these people finding us? Sorry, there is delete block user, delete comment. Just a second. There's a lot of them tonight. How do they find us? Just a second here. Go away and delete comment. Are the neon colors new? No, Lizette. I don't remember which collection they came out with. You want a purple and pink one. Okay, let's go. Let's get some more purple out there. So my brush is clean and I'm just taking a little bit of pigment, right? But see how thick it is. So you have to make sure you add quite a bit of water. And if you find that your pigment, the colors are a little bit more diluted than you want, no biggie. Just go in and layer. Once the color dries, you can totally put some on here. So I'm going to do like half of each petal with the purple. Spoons. Thank you. The spoons. 100. And I said it right, Shelley, when I was first singing it. I loved growing up as a child of the 80s and 90s, and that we had all the video music. I laughed. We were talking about, I love that one. Look how fun that is. And this one needs more pigment. It got really light. That we had CFNY video dances. So it's a Toronto thing. CFNY was a radio station that it was a big deal to have like a CFNY video dance. And then remember with the back in the day, if you remember, I don't know if they do this as much at concerts anymore, but do you remember when the dry ice and then you would smell like you'd leave there? I always said that it would smell like sour. Your hair would smell like sour milk after the smoke machines. And I don't even know if that's a thing anymore. I don't know if our kids would even go to a dance with a smoke machine, but totally love that. See, look at, so I'm layering now here and just tapping some pigment in because that one didn't have a lot of color. But what's nice is that pigment floats, like this orange is floating into that pink and it's going on and pooling a little thicker. So fun. I like that. I want some orange down on this one too. Are you adding water to the texture paints? Yes. Yeah. So what are we not seeing? What do you need to see? What am I not sharing with you? And because the texture paints, just the nature of the paint, like I'm tapping this on top and it's totally showing up. Even though, oh, look at that one. Tap some of the orange, look it onto the blue, but it's not making mud because I'm not mixing it together, but it's making the most beautiful color. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you do this with, try it. Try it with whatever you have. Oh, you're not seeing the creeps. Yeah, it depends because some of them, I have creeps tonight that are on Facebook and there's creeps that are on YouTube. So that's a new thing, right? I'm like, I don't know where they're coming from. Ooh, not too much purple because that's wet and it's going to make mud. So I'm going to put some taps. I'm really liking the taps. The taps are kind of everything. It's looking really pretty. So if the paint is even slightly wet, the new color, it almost looks like outer space. It's kind of wicking in. Very pretty, friends. So try that. It was on both of them. I had on YouTube. And then again, the one talking about AIDS and herpes. I don't have a clue where that's coming from. Weird business. I don't know what that is. I love the yellow. I'm going to put that in there. It happened last week too. I don't know how they find us, but bye. That's what I say. See you later. Go bother somebody else. Now watch the blue and that yellow together. Oh, makes this, I don't want to use too much of that though, because that'll be the leaf color, right? So let's throw some more yellow and some pink in there with that. It's going to be a little dirty. So I will put something else on there. Here, let's see. Yeah, that's going to make mud, so I'll let that dry. I'm going to pick up now some of the paint. See where it's super wet? Just going to lift some of that dry spot. And then we are going to do some drying on here. Oh, that's pretty. See, lift some of the pigment. And then I'm going to put something else on that one. Oh, lifted it right off. I love that. We'll dry them and let's go in and we'll stencil. We'll do some light stenciling on top. I can get my favorite stamp. I can get like a script stamp or something out here. Don't they know? Don't mess with crafters, right? Like what's going on? Crazy, but it's very pretty and light. And I want the whole idea that you're going to go through and make some of these and then cut them out and they're going to be super pretty. And heat gun, right? I love this one. I'm going to do that again too. The script stamp. Yes, right? And then we could totally go in with the script stamp. And I'm not going to go in dark. I'm going to pick a distress ink color. And we're going to do that with the script stamp. Okay. So we'll script stamp and stencil. And then we'll cut them out. And I'm going to show you how pretty these are. And I think it will very much encourage you to give this a try. Like I said, this is not the first time we have done this. And what is awesome is all the people are like, after they see the results people are getting, they're like, well, what do I got to lose? I'm going to give it a try. And then they end up loving their results, right? Yes, this would totally be up your alley, Dawn. Dawn draws and paints, does an amazing job. If you don't follow Dawn, check her out. She does beautiful lives. And she is a staple here, my friend. who I was excited that I was going to see in the fall. And then my schedule is not going to work with it. So I'm very sad about that. I'm going to put another little bit of yellow on here. On that one, maybe a little bit in there. Just finishing up, just building my pigment a little bit. Okay, a little bit in the center of that one. There. This is exciting as I always miss it live. Is that what you were saying, Penny? Comment went fast. Due to the time difference, I know, but did you hear that? Pay attention, because this week I'm going to be going live at different times. So if you can't always join because of the time difference, this might be a week that you'll get to be part of more than what you normally would be. If that made any sense at all. I don't even know what I was trying to say there. Okay. Don't overwork it. This one needs a little bit of color just other than the yellow. Let's go in maybe. What do we want in that one? We have a lot. I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave that. I'm not doing anything. Okay. So I'm going to put the lids back on. I'm going to stop this. And then we're going to get some stamps and a stencil. And I'm going to show you how you can add texture. And then I'm going to also go in with a little bit more sketchy. And then we're going to cut them out. I love it. I love when each one of you are here. I notice when you guys don't make it. I miss you when you're not here. Like even like I was tired tonight, but I'm like, I'm coming on here because I want to see my friends. And then you always make it. Whatever wasn't great about the day or the week always magically disappears during Friday Night Live, right? It is all just magically disappears. These are very light and soft, and I'm totally embracing that. You know, I would normally go in and layer some more color, but I'm totally sticking with this. I'm really digging how pretty these are. So I have a heat gun. I'm going to give it a quick blast. I'm going to take it off the paper pad too, so I don't warp all the rest of my paper. These ones, see, pen was not permanent. It tricked me on the other paper. It was different paper. I love it. Okay. And then we'll stamp, and I'm going to go in, I think, with a blue ink. That is what I'm deciding. Maybe a blue and a pink ink. And we are going to find a very simple stencil. And then, I don't know, maybe polka dots. What do you think? Little tiny polka dot stencil. And then a script and text. That's what I'm going to do. The neon is super pretty. Hi, Jill. Question. When you start traveling and cruising, then will there be Friday night lives for those of us who cannot cruise? When I can. I won't be able to do it when I'm on the cruises. So sometimes they won't be. Like it will be where if I'm out of town, I won't be able to do it. But I won't ever stop this. It just might be some weeks where there's a little bit of a break. Like when I'm on holiday next week, I'm taking the holiday. Like I will not be. I might pop on just to say hello, but probably just in our group while I'm away. But I will be taking that vacation. Can I tell you what my favorite one is on here? I have to show you this. So I'm not baking these like a cookie, but yeah, Jill, I will take a little bit of a break, but I'm not going away, right? Take care of yourself, Pamela. I know that that is no fun, dental pain. So we don't have to bake these like a cookie. We just don't want wet pooled paint, okay? Random comment. Last time you were live, we were talking about the Mink machines that were on sale at Joann's. No joke, they all sold out in every store around me, all online. I felt like Vibu made that happen. You know, and it could be like, it's funny, Meredith, because I had like really random people asking me about what that live was. So I don't know what was happening. You said polka dots and I was dozing off and heard coconuts and totally woke me up. You're like, what is she doing with coconuts? You'll be lost without me. We'll figure something out, but it's going to be hard. Like when I go to England, right? I'm going to be gone for like 2 weeks. I'm going to be gone for 2 weeks. So maybe I can plan, you know what I'll try to do is, what if I plan where it's not live, but it would be like a recorded little video? Because even if they were only like 30 minutes long, if it gave you something to work on that weekend. So I just got to be on the ball so I can get that done. But you want to know what my favorite one is? This one. I'm going to recreate that. Oh, I love it. It looks like the cosmos in the middle of it, right? Very fun. So what do we want? I'm going to get up and I'm going to get a script stamp. I'm going to get some distress ink. I really, on this one, want like some light blue. I think light blue on here will be fun, right? If you add iridescent glaze to the fluorescence, that would be gorgeous. Let's do it on one. It's right here. So it's not like we can't. You totally could brush some glaze over top of some of these. That would be really fun, right? What comment did you miss, Kristen? It was all in Natalie's head. So if you thought it was a coconut one, I said polka dots and she thought I said coconut. So you didn't miss it. She was crazy. So look at, when I was messing around, I made some backgrounds. So I am going to still draw some flowers on these. Let's play with these too. So for this one, I put the paint down and then I misted all over it. And then I dragged the paint off with my art wedge. And then I did look at with the purple stencil. So there's no reason we can't draw flowers on these and cut them out too. It is, I'm going to try to put the overhead light on again. It's very dark. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with my lighting tonight, but let's see. Just a sec. Not those ones, that one. Okay. I hope that that's okay. So I'm getting a script stamp. I'm getting a word text kind of stamp. And what did we decide? A polka dot stencil? Polka dot stencil. Your flowers look like big blobs. Embrace it, Sandra. And when we cut them out, you watch. Oh, you missed about the mink being on sale. Yes, it was on sale, but is it sold out online now? You can't get it anymore at Joann's? Let me find a little stencil. Now guess what song's in my head? That edamame song. What is wrong with me? Yeah, that's the next song that's in my head is edamame. So look at, that'll be perfect. So that, I don't remember which one this is out of, but it is one of the Vicki Boutin stencils. So let's grab, I have distress ink all over. So what do we want? I really want a blue. So let's look what it might be over there. I have a whole stack of them that I had out. So let's see. I want, because this is neon, right? So we got to find something that we will like with it. So I'm just walked over on the other side of my room. Salty ocean. That's what I think we need. Salty ocean. I feel like this will be a very fun blue. So I'm going to use some salty ocean. And then let's look. What else do we got going on here? Yeah, pick whatever color you want. I really like that. I want to keep this very bright, very vibrant. So I love that. Salty ocean. And what other? Ooh, look at saltwater taffy. That's going to be pretty for very subtle. And you want to know, I'm going to get crazy. I'm going to find a gray. I think I've decided Tim needs to do a new navy. I would like a new navy distress ink. Very true navy. That is what, if I got any say in anything, I would be asking for a new navy and a new gray. I would like a very bluey gray. I don't know, because pumice stone, maybe. What do you think? Because I know you're like, really? But I do. I don't want black. I'll go with pumice stone. I'm just going to commit. That's my color palette. Pick whatever you guys want to use. I will test it out and you will see what it looks like. So let's get 2 blending tools. And these, even though there's color on them, don't freak out. Or as Tim says, don't freak your freak. They're all washed. They're just stained because I'm not organized enough where they're all put on something. So I will just put these with our colors here. Okay, I'm very excited. So things that you could do, like say you don't love your color and you want to deepen it up a bit. There's no reason you couldn't go in now with a little distress ink and rub it on there, but I'm going to go just with stencil and with stamps. So where did I put the stencil? Do you see it? Oh my goodness, Vicki. There it is. What is wrong with you? So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to go in with saltwater taffy. And this is regular distress. I'm not using oxide because I want it to be translucent. And watch, I'm just going to add some little polka dots. Watch, it's going to be fun. Look how fun that is. Now I want to make sure, is this, I think, yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm going to put some down here now, just on the tip. Look at how fun is that, right? So where else do I want them? I'm going to put them just in the center of that one. Love it. Not on everything, right? Don't need it on everything. And maybe on this blue one. I love that. Let's put a couple little blue dots now. See how fun is this, right? And you could doodle right on a whole layout. Now watch where you're putting your stencil because I don't want to mix those 2 colors. So you could actually clean your stencil. I could have done that. Imagine that, Vicki. I could have cleaned my stencil, but I'm just trying to find an area. I didn't go very dark on that. I need to commit a little bit more. Look, just a hint, just a couple little polka dots. Let's go in the middle of this one. Oh, it's going to be so pretty on that color. Make sure you're picking kind of contrasty. And watch when we cut these out, it's going to be very pretty, my friends. So I'm going to just do the tips of this flower. So the polka dots are only on the tips. I'm telling you, this is one of those ones that people will watch. Like my friend Karen, who works very hard all week, and she will often be like, I'm too tired to craft. And then they watch what we do with the drawing of the flowers, and everybody's like, oh my goodness, I think I'm getting out of bed. And I'm going to make this. Cleaning a stencil, what witchery is this, right? But I don't want to make mud. But look how fun, right? So let's see with a little stamp. So I'm going to put this away. And now I'm going to stamp in blue. But you might, like, you could make yourself, look, I'm going to show you something fun. Are you ready for it? I'm going to get a circle punch, and I'm going to punch a circle and place it in the middle as a mask and then stamp around it. So get ready for it. Because that's how you can kind of control where your pigment's going to go. So I'm going to use a 1.5 inch, and I have a 2 inch for that big flower. Ready? So let's just scrap something, some kind of scrap. Okay. Now this one will go in pretty deep. So watch. I can make, oops, not really deep, but kind of. Ouch. And this one will not go in deep at all. So watch what we can do with this. So the first thing we'll do is I'm going to put that like that, right? So you could mask and stamp inside or outside. Should we test with a gray? Should we test with a gray? So I have this old script or text stamp. Just if you find text or script stamps, I really think it's worth investing in. So look, I'm putting this down, but I don't want to have like a big rectangle. So wipe some of it off, like soften your edges, just so not everything will stamp. And I'm going to commit, because what do I have to lose, right? If I don't like it, I can just create another flower. And then let's stamp around that circle so there's kind of an edge. And hope for the best. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Right? Do I love the pumice stone? Not really. It's a little green. But I'm going to show you something because I'm not loving, I kind of moved the stamp up here. So look at, there's no reason we can't go in and break that pigment up a little bit. And I can go and commit with another color. Yeah. See, I need a better gray. Tim, need to make me a new gray. And I'm going to go in and I'll put some polka dots on it. Because nothing is ever ruined. Just go and change it a little bit. But I'll do that with another color so we can see what that looks like with another color. And now let's go in and kind of negate the pumice stone, which is a very green gray. I don't mind that now. I'll take that. But I'm not going to use pumice stone again. It is very green. And I wanted a very bluey gray. It is not really. It's more a greeny color. Weathered wood, yes. Did I see that in mine? That is definitely not a blue gray, but I don't know if it was in my stack, Dawn. That's the whole problem. I don't think it's in here. Who knows where I put it? You are correct. Oh, there it is. That was the one I was looking for. But I still feel like we need another gray. Like a grayish. And I'm always one of those ones that, oh, give me all the rainbow color Tim. He's only one Tim. I'm afraid to go in there now, though. I think I'm going to just stick with bright. I'm going to stick with the bright. So I'm going to stamp with blue now. And I'll go in with my script stamp. And on the small one, we can use the mask I made and only stamp in the center if we want to. So we'll offset and stamp the script in the hole. I got to stand up. It's too thick. Did you see no pigment went there? It should have a little sponge in the background. Let's see if I can get it to work, though. I don't know if it'll go through there. I'm going to try. No. So you know what I'll do? I'm going to do this. Love it. I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that blue down here on this flower. Yes, if you had a piece of foam, you could stamp into the foam, right? Love it. Okay. Do the text one in. Sorry, I'm totally ignoring you guys. Vicki, do you ever stamp on top of a thin rubber embossing mat? Sometimes. If I actually have, but don't forget, a lot of times when I come on here, I have zero plan. I'm not prepared. I just go, okay, let's make some stuff. So that's what I said. If you used a piece of foam underneath, you would get a nice result if you actually thought ahead and did, any of that. So, oh, I love it. Look at how fun is that? And I'm not even going to clean this. I'm just going to put some down. Oh, love it. Okay. Put a couple dots on here. Okay. Let's cut some of these out. What's left on here? Okay, and now can I show you something? So you said iridescent. You wanted to see iridescent. So let me do that quickly. I'm going to paint one with, I got to watch though. I got to paint it only where there's no distress ink, because the distress ink will move because it's water soluble. But you could totally go on and tap some gold dots on here. You could stencil some gold. You could ink some gold, whatever you want to do. Iridescent. Let's see. Okay. So I could take a little bit. Look at the mess I have going on tonight, right? Question, are you making a background, or I'm going to cut these all out? But you totally could. Wouldn't this make a beautiful pattern paper? So that could be the other thing that you could build your flowers, right? So I'm going in with Iridescent Glaze, and I'm making a iridescent watercolor. Do I paint everything? No, but I can totally go on and add some shimmer that you won't really see until these dry. But if you wanted to make them sparkly, just don't put it anywhere where there's distress ink, because you will make that pigment move around, right? So you won't see this right now, but I will show you later. Oh, look at, we can make this whole little yellow flower iridescent. So it's not going to really move the texture paste around, but it will move the distress ink. So we have, I'll show you later. So it totally looks like diamonds on here now, like you went with Winka Stellar or something on top, right? But you could go in with gold if you wanted to and just tap some gold on here. I'm going to quickly blast with the heat gun, and then we are going to cut these out, because I want you to see how magical these will look now that they're cut out. So who is now looking at this kind of end result and kind of have a whole different outlook on what we're doing tonight? Like, you were not too sure when I started, because you're like, I don't know, that kind of looks like yuckiness. And now you're like, ooh, I'm kind of digging it. Okay. I'm going to dry this and cut. She is a magic maker. Thank you, Nicole. I love it. And like I said, I had no intention. I kind of had an idea, but I didn't know where I was going tonight. You know, I want you guys to know, half the time I sit down, I have no clue what we're going to do when we sit down. I just know I'm going to be here. And I thought, let's just make some flowers. I love making flowers. I would really like to do butterflies one night. So all I'm doing right now is just drawing. Oh my goodness, wait till I show you. It literally looks like I just put diamonds Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond. Rihanna showed up tonight. Tonight, you and I are beautiful like diamonds in the sky. Oh my goodness, I love this so much. I'm so glad I do Friday Night Lives. Because look at what I've been doing tonight. Watching Netflix. Sleeping. And now just throwing this on. Who said iridescent glaze? Who said iridescent glaze? Because you, my friend, win the Internet Award. It was definitely a good choice. I want to do a whole class. Remember I talked about that? I want to do like a series of where we just do classes and $20 Canadian. And we spend a whole day just doing a study. You know what I mean? Where it's no kit or anything. It's just a study. And I would really like to start doing that, right? Sleeping is starting to sound like a good idea about now. Don't be a quitter, Natalie. Can you see the iridescent on there? I don't know if you can, but you can see. Oh, so it just, I don't know if it's showing up, but it just looks like diamonds. I love it. It was you. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. These are so pretty. And the contrast of the blue on the pink, totally digging it. Okay, let's find some scissors. Let's cut some of these out. So now, are you ready for the magic? Do you want me to do any more pen? Oh, here, this is the one thing I was thinking that I would like to do on here. Where? There it is. It's so yummy. I love it, Shelly, right? And because I have tons of these, if I haven't added them, I will upload more into my store. I ordered tons of this because when they're gone, they're gone. When the art crayons are gone, they're gone. When all of the things are gone, they are gone. They will not be coming back. So I ordered tons of it from American Crafts to add to my store because I want them to not go to some clearance place and nobody finds them, right? So here, where's that ugly page that I did? Remember where all the paint leaked? So here's what my thought was, that I was going to go in and just do like little circles like this. Because what I love is they'll be kind of a base. And then we could totally go in with rhinestones, sequins on top. Or we could go in with, what are those things called? Like pops of color, that kind of thing, right? So look, I think that will be fun. I'm just going to do that in the middle. Do whatever you want in the center or don't. Let's try it on my least, or not least favorite, but not my favorite flower. I'm just going to go down here. I'll just put some on this one. Okay. So that was my thought, is to go in now. And I just think that little bit of black adds interest. Right? Look at. Do it, don't do it. Whatever you want to. Okay. Nouveau drops. Yeah, whatever you want to. Let's cut that one out. And see now, what's it going to look like? But I totally agree with you guys. I think this is going to be part one, but we're going to, this could be something, and this is why I'm talking about like a class and just keep it super inexpensive, right? That we sit and just do a study, because look at where this takes us. So this would be the introductories, right? I'm not going to cut right in. I want, see how the watercolor goes? I'm going to cut around the watercolor. Because now in my head, I have like 10 different ideas for this technique that we just did. So if we did where it's like, come draw with me class for $20, and it's like a all day kind of thing, and it would just be basics. And then what we would do is sit down and go on a journey where it's like, okay, let's start with this technique. And this is kind of the idea I had in my head. But then I want to really talk to you about where then my brain goes, right? Is what the next step would be. So I'm not going to cut around the watercolor here. I'm going to cut around the pattern. Do I need to make notes on this? Well, it's in my head now, Natalie. It's in my head, but I feel like we could do like a whole like day of this, or at least a couple of hours, because I'm sure a lot of you, when my classes are 85 hours long, it's craziness, right? So I cannot wait to break into those boxes that I got. I want to see what did arrive from 49th and Market. All of it is at my US address. It just all didn't get delivered today. Now see, friends, look at how pretty that is. I love it. But you know, you guys have asked, and so when you cut it out, if you're like, well, I wish there was more stamping on it, then just go in and stamp on it again, right? Let's cut out the big giganto one. See, don't use that ink. Blech. But when I cut it out, it'll be fine. But I think a whole background of these would be awesome sauce. But this little one is very sad. I'm going to have to add something on it. I think I'm going to go in with the script stamp for that one, but with the pink color. Okay. Look how fun that is. So don't go too tight to it. Like cut so you get that offset of pigment. You could sew on these. Like how fun would these be? Like, see, I just had another idea just popped in my head. I need to be taking notes while I'm doing this. So all the things that I'll forget 5 minutes after it pops into my head. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. Am I missing stuff? The yellow one is the Natalie flower for today. Oh, the plain one, Natalie? Yeah, go in with any color that you want. Picked raspberry, whatever you want. I was trying to stay true to what the pigment looks like with the neons. That's why I chose the ones that I did. But you could most certainly, and this is what is magical. If you are new here, if you're like, maybe you just found us on YouTube or on Facebook, maybe this is your first Friday Night Live. We have a group page on Facebook called the Vicki Booten Creative Community, where a lot of my friends here tonight, when they sit down and make some of these flowers, will post, right? We'll post. We have to start doing albums, right? It just is, I love when it's all in one place and I can actually find all of the things, or say you can't do the live or even that weekend. It's so nice when they're in albums, because then you guys can go and find like, oh, what was that thing I saw? It was super inspired, and it's easy to find it. Is super helpful, right? Oh, look how pretty, friends. Your cat's telling you you can't watch. He just blocked the screen so that I will feed him. I love that, right? So yes, on the community page, then people will post. So they'll share some of the colors that they used, because maybe you don't have the same pigment I had or the same ink colors. Then they'll go on and post, and you'll get to see like, right, what picked raspberry looked like on that background. Or maybe they use the original texture paste and not the neon, and then you can see what those look like, right? I love it. So this is pretty much what I'm doing tonight. I'm just going to cut these out. So I'm just going to chat with you. I'm going to cut these out, and then before Wednesday, when I come back on, which is probably going to be around 5:30 on Wednesday, because I'm not missing my Zumba class because it's super important to me, is I will come on and show you a quick card. And I'm going to use this exact same technique in a larger scale for a quick layout. So that will be on Wednesday. And then this Tuesday at around the same time, 5:30, I think I'm going to go on, is the tag book for Fernwood. but you can totally leave that till later and use it on National Scrapbook Day if you wanted to do that. Whatever makes you happy. Because I am out of town, so I will not be going live. But like I said already, on National Scrapbook Day, I will have a video up with a layout and a technique I used using some exclusives from scrapbook.com. And then we'll have a bunch of other stuff going on. But look, I love that one. Look at with the pinks and the blue. See you later, Nicole. See you later. I had my cat on my table as well. They like to be the center of attention. They sure do, don't they? They sure do. Sorry I was late. I was double booked for Friday Night Live. Hi, Dandy. How are you? That's okay. I know a lot of you guys have stuff going on in your lives. And when you can make it, you're here, right? But that's the plus, is that if you can't make it live, these are all recorded. So you can always come back and watch at your leisure. I love the looseness of the watercolor on these by not trying to paint a perfect flower, just dropping the pigment in. These turned out really pretty. And then the added layer with the stamping after makes this a very mixed media, right? That we drew these. Could you do this with stamps? 100% could. All the same techniques. And you could have stamped this. If you do not feel confident enough yet to try the hand drawing, you 100% could go in and make these with stamps and do all the same technique. There we go. Cut that one out. Look how pretty they look though. Love that one too. And there is iridescent glaze on there. So I love that. Hi, Judy Wakefield. How are you, my friend? Judy and I have been friends for many, many moons. Oh, so many ideas from this. I don't know, like this, I'm telling you, look at tonight. You did not need to have a ton of fancy tools. And really, you could use anything that you have. If you didn't have neon watercolors, then just pick what inks you have or whatever you have, and you can make something pretty. This was my favorite, right? This one that looks like cosmic in the middle. I love it so much. So much. Brienne, my friend. Yep. So it turned out, I telling you, I was messing around earlier just to kind of get a feel for what I wanted to do with the mediums, and it was failing. I was not, it was like, okay, now what am I going to do? Because what I thought was going to work wasn't working at all. And I'm glad I didn't give up, because I ended up loving this tonight. Loving this. Like this just totally has made my week. These are so pretty. And this color, I don't think even shows up on camera. They're very vibrant with the neon colors. So even if you don't have Vicki Boutin neon, but you have neons in a different art medium, don't poo-poo the neons. There is something very magical about those very bright colors, and it doesn't have to look like Wake Me Up Before You Go. You know what I mean? You don't have to make it look like, you know, you're channeling your Wham love for Wham. How is Devin Boutin liking hygiene? Very much. She just finished her second term. Her exams are done. And then Riley has one more week of his work term. He's going through for accounting. And that's why we're going on vacation when we are, because everybody will be off at the same time. And that was just kind of a last minute decision, because we haven't been anywhere, right? Which I'm sure is the same case for a lot of you guys. We haven't been anywhere. So very fun. Very fun. Yes, I could mess around with this stuff all day long. And see, doing those, like, look at that one. Look like a little offset petal. And you could put the paint splats down and draw on top of it, or you can draw and put the paint on top. you can make decisions, because we've done both, right? Where we put the paint on and then drew our flowers according to our paint drips. And then we have done it like we did tonight. And you get two different results, but both a lot of fun. Alexa, play Careless Whisper, right? Do, do, do. That is a song I would have 100% listened to with the lights off, laying, thinking about whatever boy crush that I had. That would be Careless Whisper, right? Oh my goodness, I loved Wham and George Michael. But yeah, wake me up before you go, don't leave me hanging on like a yo-yo. And that's the shirt I would have had, was off the shoulder, neon orange that said wake me up before you go on it. What scissors am I using? These are Westcott, just little ones. I have scrapbook.com ones, just any of these. I love cutter bees. I love it, right? But Michelle, did you totally have the neon, like wake me up before you go or relax in like neon orange or yellow or pink? And it was like the neck was cut out of it, and I would wear a white ribbed tank top underneath, and then the shoulder would hang off, and I would have bicycle reflector earrings on, and parachute pants. Oh yes, I was rocking it. Oh my goodness, friends, I have bought myself so many really pretty pieces of clothing lately. I don't know if Patty's still here. I modeled them for Patty. But I found this clothing store online called Baltic Born, BALTIC, Baltic Born. And I bought myself the most beautiful ruffle dresses. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to wear them, even though I tell you I have this massive issue with a huge chest. So it makes everything a little bit tricky fit-wise. Oh my goodness, look at that color. So pretty. The shoes you had on Instagram the other day, the polka dots, yes. Anybody needs to go shopping or you're looking for something special, just let me know, because I can find all of the things. But if you are a Canadian friend, I would tell you my favorite place to shop, especially this time of year, is Winners and Marshalls. So for my American friends, you definitely have Marshalls or TJ Maxx. Seriously, I have found the most beautiful outfits. And I love very bohemian kind of outfits. I'll go from all over. I'll wear something preppy, but I love boho chic. And I have, I love, what do you call them? I forget, what are those things called? The little jackets that are like have tassels and stuff on them. You gotta go. Thanks so much. See you later, Karen. And thank you so much. Karen sent me a lovely card and a Starbucks card, and that was very much appreciated. Being able to just go and treat myself to a little iced coffee. So thank you very much for thinking of me, friend. You are always the sweetest. Look at the little flower garden we have here, friends. Look how pretty this is. With kind of a little yellow polka dot background will be so pretty, right? Hello, you caught a live section. You caught a live section. Yes. Please help me shop. I'm not good at it and I don't love it. I love it so much, Brienne. And if I was visiting you, I would just stick you in the change room and bring you clothes. 100% would. It is my favorite. I love it. I'm going to stamp on this yellow one with the pinky color. What have we not used a lot of? I want script. I'm going to do script, but I got to clean the blue off. I very much enjoyed it. And just the surprise of getting that in the mail was very nice. So good night, my very talented card making friend. Question, what would you use the flowers on after? A layout, a card? You could do a shadow box, right? You could totally like pop these up. Like, look at, And can I tell you something? You could decoupage these, you could sew them. This is what I'm talking about when I say that we need to start doing where I had an aha moment driving in the car yesterday, and I really want to do little mini classes for 20 bucks, like $25, and it's just a study session where we do drawing, or something else that's really fun, where keep it super inexpensive, but I just want to change up some of the kit things I'm doing and stuff and just do it as lessons, because I think that it is a perfect way for me, because this is my job, right, is to make my living, but make it where it doesn't break the bank. So people would be totally like on board with coming and doing it, but where we could sit down and just spend a lot of time and have a session. Oh my goodness, look at that on top of the yellow. And I'm going to put some little blue dots right in the middle of that. Really love that. Just a play session, and where it literally is like, okay, just, you have to come in with no expectations. Like, what are we doing? I'm just going to say, grab these tools and we're going to see where it takes us, because I really want you to get very free with creating the art. That it's like, I know for some of you, it will freak you out when we first start. Oh my goodness. Look at the little yellow one for Natalie. I love that. And can I show you something too? So I'm going to see what happens if I go in here with some water on some of that and make it look like it kind of wore away. So we have dark and light, and I'm going to lift that. Oh, so look what happened, because there is a little bit of iridescent glaze. Look at it, took some of the script away. I love that. Very fun. My word for 2022 is play. So that would be perfect. I think it would be a lot of fun. And so you don't have to buy a big kit or shipping or anything, where it's like, let's do it. And even if it's like almost where it's a whole series and you can just sign up for whatever one you wanted, and using almost the same toolkit for all of it, but just different studies, I think would be a lot of fun. I just want to make art very accessible. I love the idea of community, and I love the idea of really, when you come in here, if it's like, is it for scrapbook pages? I'm like, it's for whatever you want it to be for. I don't really want it. I want it more where like, let's just study it and do it. And maybe it's a canvas, or maybe it's a shadow box, or maybe it's cards. But anything that we're learning can be used and applied in any kind of crafting. I don't think you have to put labels on how you use it. I bought a whole bunch of art journals, and I'm going to crack those open. I want to start just sewing on them, hand stitching, doing a whole bunch of things just with my mixed media art. That it doesn't have to go in anything traditional at all. It's just for the, oh, love that. Just for the love of making, right? You've been buying the things you're ready. 100%, right? What color did you stamp with? These are the ink colors that I am loving, using the neons, right? Saltwater taffy and salty ocean. I am loving how these really popped on top. And I could use what I have on hand. Would love to see how everyone could have the same concept. I love it, but using different mediums, right? I think it's a great idea. Great tutorial and beautiful art. Greetings from Singapore. Hello, how are you? What time is it where you are? I'm in for those. Yeah, I think it just switch it up, right? Where it's not everything has to be where you have to worry about the kit and getting it shipped, that we could spend these like little Sunday afternoon or a Saturday or whatever. And even if you can't join me live, it would still all be there. And the gel plate part 2 is definitely coming. I just got to figure out when, because I have the cruise coming up in June, and I will be staying extra after to go tour London for about 5 days after. And then we have lots of time like in there, but the summer's there, right? And I don't think a lot of people will be around in the summertime when they cottage or, do other things. I love this one. Do you remember this color I wasn't too sure about? The blue one that kind of turned green. Look how pretty. The other thing that you're going to want, and actually I have this idea. So we're going to cut this one more flower out. And then I just decided my leaves are going to be black and white. I'm not going to put any green on them. Maybe some drips. But look at, oh my goodness. And I will be making more of these. So all I have left are these two, which I could cut out after. Look at that one with just a little bit of blue on the side. It's going to be so much fun, right? And then I think it would be fun, and I can just use this as just white cardstock. It doesn't have to be foundations paper. Hi, Valerie. My husband's hubby's cousin had a surprise visit here now. I love it. Electro Pop Neon inks would work with. I have those too. I'll do some. I can try it. I have all of those. Is that watercolor paper? It is foundations paper. It's my paper with American Crafts. It's 140-pound weight, but you could totally do these on watercolor paper. The stamping might not come out as clear, but you totally could. But that blue with the pink and the yellow, oh my goodness. It's everything. I love it. So my idea now, are you ready? For the leaves for my flowers, I think the contrast, how beautiful would these be on a black background? I'm telling you, this is something we're going to have to take into a whole day class because I have 10 million ideas that are popping in my head. 10 a.m. on Saturday in Singapore, did you say? Is that what you said? Singapore, Hong Kong? What did you just? I am so sorry. You said it, and that's how tired my brain is that I don't remember where you're watching from. So now for the leaf shape, you can do a single leaf. You could do like a vine style. So let's draw it with pencil to start. I'm going to do like a 3-leaf. So I'm going to come up like this, and then my leaf in a point like that. Okay. So just kind of sketch a teardrop, right? And then let's do one like where the leaf comes up like this, and we'll do it again. Just sketch a teardrop. And then a teardrop. So I will do this in black so you can see, and I'm going to do it very sketchy because I want these to be, you can't even see that, can you? You will in a second. Singapore. I love it. Okay. Oh, wrong pen. Not that it matters because I'm not coloring these, but this one worked better. Okay. And then we have our line. And our stem comes down. Okay. Stem up here. And then this one like that. Stem. Okay, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do some fine lines. And I'm going to do it a little heavier and put some weight in that center part. And you don't have to make these like this. You could go as simple as you want, as detailed as you want. You could do single leaves as well. And we'll see. I might end up using these. I might not. We'll see. You could go in with Sharpie. Right, let's see what it looks like when we cut it out and layer it with there. And I did not erase any of, oh, let's just do some single ones too. Put some dots on that, whatever you want. Right? Let's see what it looks like. And then I'm not going to cut it perfect either. And like I'm looking, and I think I might find a heavier pen, because I think making these with like a Sharpie, I don't know if I have anything that is not a marker. That one is. Let's see if it'll work. It's got my name on it. But right, I think just plain black leaves with these will be fun. Instead of doing, but you could paint them green. I'm not liking the thin line. I might go in heavier. I don't know if it'll work on here, but do you know what I'm saying? Like with a heavier marker. Let's see if I like that better. Right? Just something. I don't like it at all. So I'll think on that one. But I think we need leaves. They might be green leaves now that I say that. Look how pretty these are. I'm going to grab the camera and show you. Well, actually, I'll show you when I flip my camera. So I'm going to go in. I know I'm going to make more blue ones. I'm going to make different scales. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to make a card out of these and a layout. But you totally could. There's no reason. Like, look at, you could double these up. You can layer them and do lots of different things. Right? You could put them in a frame. You don't have to just do it in our traditional paper crafting. I love that one. It's kind of wicked with watercolor. Like, your possibilities are endless with this. And it was a perfect way to spend a Friday night. Yeah, the thinner lines, I'll play around with it. You know, like sometimes when I'm doing this stuff live, right? Like I'm doing it live, and then I'll look at it and go, yeah, I don't really love how that just turned out. So sometimes I have to sit and I have to sit and look at it because I don't necessarily love how it turned out. But can you guys see with the lighting? How pretty is that? Where's my favorite one? Here's my favorite one. That's my favorite. Ooh, everything's backwards. Look at that one. See the iridescent glaze on it? I love this. Right? So I hope what this helps you do is see, is just some pen and ink or your pencil and a little bit of pigment on there, and then layering things where maybe you aren't a Picasso, where you're like, I can't draw anything. I think you could draw just 5 petal kind of flowers, and they don't have to be perfect. When you cut them out and layer them, they turn into magic. And then by using really beautiful defined art with stamps and stencils, you can totally up the whole game. So definitely want you to give this a try. Like, they're beautiful. I will take a picture before I finish or do anything with these, where you just get to see, like, look at that. Oh my goodness. How beautiful is that? Anybody can do this. You don't have my, what are they called? Fluorescent texture paste, then use distress ink, whatever. But I will have to say is, I don't care what product you buy, but buy some fluorescents. Like even if you run into Michael's and you're shopping and you see that they have some really pretty fluorescent paint in their art aisle, grab a couple, a pink and a yellow, pink, yellow, and a blue, right? Because it's almost your primaries in fluorescent, and mix those to see what you get, because it does magical things. And I think on a gray or navy or black background, these could be absolutely gorgeous. So thank you for the happy birthday wishes. Yes, my birthday is on Monday. And I won't see you guys till after that. So thank you very much. Want to see how these look with the 49th and Market sherbet, Spectrum sherbet. Yeah, they might be pretty, right? Now I'll be opening, I have at least a couple of those boxes out there. So I'll look at that and I'll share a picture on our private group, what the stuff looks like in my hands, rather than just like a digital image of it. But that is coming. So to recap, if you ordered Sweet Rush, we're not doing that class until July. So don't panic if your kit isn't coming out. I will not be shipping that until May. Like it's not going to till I come back. The first one that's going to go out is Spectrum Sherbet. Spectrum Sherbet. There's no R in it, but I have to say sherbet. But like I said, only half of it came. So I'm going to be doing my best, but it's probably not going to ship now until I get back from holiday. So we might have to move that date. I'm going to do the best I can, friends, but you know, the whole idea is you're getting tons of stuff in that kit. It's going to be worth the wait. And then I'm going to be spending a whole day crafting layouts and cards from that kit. So if you didn't buy the kit from me, but you've bought all of it from your favorite online store or your favorite brick and mortar local store, I will do access only for like $20, $25. So you can come and play that day, even if you've bought your kit elsewhere. So that will be happening. I just have to I just roll with it, right? I just roll with it. And most of you, I'd say 99% of you are totally okay with it and totally understand. Some of you might be disappointed that it's not going out right away, but it'll get there. It'll get there, and I'll make it up to you, I promise, with some really, really fun classes. So have a wonderful weekend, my friends. It's supposed to be beautiful here on Sunday, so I can't wait for that. Remember, and I will post this, I'm going to be live on Tuesday at, what did I say? I think I'm going to start at about 5:30, and I'm going to be doing the tag book with Fernwood. I have my kit set aside, what I'm going to be using. I will post that ahead of time so you can see. I am going to go live as well on Wednesday at 5:30, making a layout and a card from the flowers I'm using tonight. You can either watch those or save them for National Scrapbook Day, whatever you guys want to do. If you're not a member already, make sure you come over to the Facebook group, Vicki Booten Creative Community, and join. And if you haven't, make sure if you're on YouTube that you subscribe, hit that subscribe button. Make sure you give the video a thumbs up. And I love when you leave comments after the fact. So if you are not watching this live and watch it after the fact, please leave a comment. I love that. And do all of the same things on the Facebooks. So have a wonderful weekend. I really hope you enjoyed that. I think that it went in a really awesome direction. I love what we ended up with tonight. Have a wonderful weekend, my friends. And I will not see you next Friday. Okay, I'm doing it earlier, and then I will not be here for a week. I will not be here doing a live, so you won't see me for the next 2 Fridays. Okay, but I have lots of surprises that are coming up. It's just not going to be our traditional Friday night live. Okay, so we'll see you later, friends. Have a wonderful weekend. What notebook did you use to paint? I used Vicki Booten Foundations paper. So it's my brand with American Crafts. Foundations paper is the paper I use. It's super thick, so it holds your wet mediums really well. And then it's great to cut out. So that's what I use, or any kind of heavyweight paper. You need heavyweight paper with all of that water. So have a great weekend, friends, and we will see you later. Bye. And thanks, Nat, as always, for helping me out here. See you guys.